left the sunshine behind. Now Arkansas calls, where the land's untamed and wild. Gary, Mary, Miller, we're carving out of space, building a homestead at our own pace. Welcome to Junktojems.
All right, well, we're back out here in the shop. We got a little bit more done this morning. Just getting this little stuff kind of moved around here a little bit. I am going to hang up some bins up here, and then I'm going to start putting some more shelving up. I did find some more wood to do that with, so I'm going to be working on that. I got that door over there sealed off, so my stuff can stack over there in the corner. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get some shelving put up in here, and so we can get some of this stuff off the ground and make me some more room. Plus, I'm going to take my light over there, and I'm going to try and get it up there if possible to help out with the lighting in here a little bit better. Even though it does light it up pretty good, I still need that overhead light. And see if I can get these tanks moved, and then work on the trailer a little bit, because I've got some stuff that's got to go in that trailer, and I would prefer it to be in that trailer, and that gives me more room in here. So this post right here and this whole setup is going to go out of here, and this way I can remove the rest of this post. See if I can get you over here, you can see it. The rest of this post right here all the way over, there's just 2x4s, so I'm going to take that out and the metal out right there, and this way I can have a bigger opening, and possibility I can get the truck into here at least most of the way, and be able to roll it in and out right through there just a little bit to get the motor in and out. But at least in here I can lay some plywood down that's on some, I mean, it's not the driest of ground, but it does have some old carpet laying in here, so that's that'll help it quite a bit. And soon it's going to dry out enough to where I'll be able to get it in here and do my thing. In the meantime, I am going to take that other carport apart and kind of save all the pieces there. And then Anson over at Ivy's Family Factotum, so if you haven't checked them out, go check them out. Anson's going to give me some posts from one of his that collapsed, and we're going to see if I can't make the things work and make it happen. So I'll be back here in just a short, all right? You know how it is, man. You got to turn the music on and do your thing, you know what I mean? So
Welcome to Junktojems, where the work never ends. Off-grid living with our family and friends. We got houseboats to build and tractors to mend. Join the journey, let the adventure begin. From the four-wheelers we're fixing to tiny house dreams. Every day's a challenge, but it's sweeter than it seems. Downsizing our life, but living more free. Come along, share this life with me. Welcome to Junktojems, where the work never ends. Off-grid living with our family and friends. We got houseboats to build and tractors to mend. Join the journey, let the adventure begin. From the live chats, we'll tell you what's new. Sharing our progress and projects with you. From Florida's coast to Arkansas hills, we're chasing freedom and chasing thrills. Welcome to Junktojems, where the work never ends. Off-grid living with our family and friends. We got houseboats to build and tractors to mend. Join the journey, let the adventure begin. Like, subscribe, and share. It's all for free. Together we'll build this homestead dream. Junktojems Homestead, where we live off the land. With hard work and heart, we'll make our stand. From the four-wheelers we're fixing to tiny house dreams. Every day's a challenge, but it's sweeter than it seems. Downsizing our life, but living more free. Come along, share share this life with me. Welcome to Junktojems, where the work never ends. Off-grid living with our family and friends. We got houseboats to build and tractors to mend. Join the journey, let the adventure begin. In the live chats we'll tell you what's new, sharing our progress and projects with you. From Florida's coast to Arkansas hills, we're chasing freedom and chasing thrills.
All right, so we got our brackets cut in there. I don't need to be much, just enough to, kind of give that shelf a little bit of stiffness there. So I am going to put up a couple of more of these over here, just like that, for hanging these heavier cords on and this heavier wire, and get that off the floor. And then once it dries out, which will probably be in the next day or two, I will take all of that and I'll stretch it out across the yard and roll it up the right way. Because right now it's just too muddy out there, and I really don't want a handful of mud and having to be washing my hands every 5 minutes. So I'm just going to leave that at that for right now. And again, get some more of this other stuff tightened up in here and just making me a bunch more room. I did find a few more boards, so I am going to attempt to get another bench here real soon in the next few days, and actually try to build one in here. The issue with a lot of this is, look at here, y'all. Just let me show you. So we got 4x4s here, right? So they took the 2x4s, and instead of turning them sideways, to match this over here, they laid them flat. So that makes it kind of difficult to do a lot there without adding a whole nother 2x4 to it, And even on this board, you can see what they did. They just took it and nailed it to the 4x4 and then just made it roll over to hit both sides instead of furring it out. So it is what it is. But the nails have got to be in there 50 years old, and I've tried pulling them out, and all I'm doing is tearing up the wood. So I figured, you know what? It's a shop. I'm not stressing it right now. I'm just going to leave it the way it is and just deal with it. It's just a place to come work and get stuff out of the weather and, out of the sun and out of the rain. So, and eventually I'll put some concrete in here, and I'll probably reframe those walls and do it right, but not this year. That's not my priority. My priority is get it cleaned up enough where I can work in here and be able to store some stuff, you know what I mean, and get it out of the barn. Because right now we've got a project that we really want to get done in the barn, but we can't do it until we get enough room to put the stuff that's in there to get it out of the way to do the project. And no, I can't tell you what that project's going to be yet. So, but it is coming, I promise. Like I said, we got to have a place to store all this stuff to be able to do that. So all of that has to come either out here or the other side of the barn. The other side of the barn is loaded up with stuff that needs to come out here. So catch 22, right? So that's why I've been focusing on this the next few days. And I've got some stuff I'm going to do in the trailer too, at some point today. I'm not sure how soon that's going to be, just as far as the day goes, but I am going to be definitely getting out there and doing some of that. So that way I can get some more of that stuff out of the barn in there and put over here. So let me get back after it, and I'll be bringing you back. All right, well, I haven't got to the air tanks yet, but I will show you what it looks like now. Sure looking a lot better. A lot more organized. Can actually move around a little bit. Sorry, a bug just flew in my eye. I still got to do something with all of this. And this dog right here, I got to get this thing out, and it goes all the way through it, so it's heavy duty. Same thing with this one here, I got to get it out. And I'm going to take this off of here, and I'm going to cut that loose eventually and get that all out of the way. The other one we tried to pull out, but it was rotted out, so we just filled it with rocks. Rachel and I did that. And oh man. But Mary's out working with her stuff today, flowers and chickens and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just thought maybe y'all wanted to see this. So yes, somebody mentioned comments about security here. Yes, there are 2 cameras in here with motion sensors. In fact, I had to just turn the motion part off a second ago because it just kept dinging my phone every 2 seconds. Me walking around out here. So I had to shut that part down for while I'm out here. Unfortunately, it's just one click of a button. And if it detects no motion for like 30 minutes or something, then it kicks back on. So it does it automatically. So, but anyway, it's looking good so far. Got a little bit more to go. So I'll see you in a short. All right, well, as y'all heard the phone ringing there, that was Jeff from Bobblehead. So if you haven't gone over there and checked out Jeff, if most of y'all know him, but for those of you that don't, go over there and check out Jeff at Bobblehead Homestead. He's basically an exotic chicken raiser, and he's got some very, very cool chickens and very knowledgeable about chickens. So anyway, he's got some work he wants done on his house over there, and he wants to come over and get me in the morning and come over and let me consult with him about the best ways to go about some of the projects he's got going, because he's got quite a bit of stuff that he wants to get done, and he asked me if I'd do it, and I said sure. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So you won't see this part of the video today. You'll see this part tomorrow after I get done going over there at Jeff's. So so don't I'm talking like you're going to hear this today, right? So anyway, I will do a chat. You'll see the chat, and I'll tell you all about that then. But I'll do that chat today, and then I'll put out the rest of this video tomorrow, so that y'all can see all of what I've got done here. And you know, this is awesome in here. You know, really looks good. I got a bunch more to go yet, but you know, I'm getting there. So right now I'm going to go out here and take a break, get me some lunch, and then I'm going to go working on the trailer a little bit. So I'll bring you back for that part here in just a minute. All right. All right, well, we got it mostly put together. Now I got to flip it over and put that part on that part, the fun part. So they don't tell you in the instructions that you got to leave some of the bolts loose until you get that part in there. So it's like, good Lord. All right, so now I'm fighting with it, trying to get it in there. So let me see if I can get it in. I'll bring it back. Okay, yeah, this thing was a major pain. Like, yeah, you got to keep the bolts loose on the legs. Having an impact drill with a socket on it really helps a bunch. Plus a ratchet wrench, preferably a long skinny ratchet wrench. But yeah, I finally got it together after, you know, taking the legs out or taking the legs loose like 3 or 4 times and just going to town with it. But I thought overall the shop came out really nice and looks good in there. I still have to get rid of a few things, you know, like those posts and stuff like that over there, and build some more shelves. But I will get there. I did find some other old wood around here that I'm going to be using for some of that. And also the one door that we took off the barn, we're going to put in that big hole there at some point, so that we can, you know, I can close that off and secure that. Plus my neighbor up here, Talina, she has another door that doesn't have a frame that I'm going to put on the little side door over there, just so I can secure things up a little bit. But as you can see here with the toolbox, yeah, I finally got the top part on. And then what I do? I forgot to put the handle on it. So, just to say one more time, taking it apart and putting it back on. But overall, it came out pretty nice, I think. It is a handy little toolbox, so that one I'm going to keep in the shop itself right there. And just put the basic tools in it, the stuff you use all the time. You know, like the 1/2 inch, the 10 millimeter, the 9/16, 5/8, you know, etc. And again, then at some point I'm gonna get a bunch more shelves built in there so that we can get some of that stuff. And I also thought about it yesterday. I had a good idea about building me a small loft on one side of it, coming off the rafters over to the wall, so that I can put lumber and stuff like that over there and get it out of the way. So that's the plan. And I know I say that a lot, but that's all right. That's just, sometimes that's what I say, you know, that's the plan. At least I'm not saying the plane. So anyway, I'll see y'all soon. All right, well, we got her put together. Thankfully, it's done. So now I can put some tools in here and keep them out here. And I can have some on hand as I need them, and have them close, you know what I mean, without having to search through my big toolbox out there and everything else, all my little bags and everything. So now I can have something right here. So anyway, it's ready to go. Just a little piece of advice when putting one of these together: make sure you got a set of ratchet wrenches. It'll make your life a whole lot easier. All right, so anyway, we're gonna take a break and see what else we can get into. All right, see you short. Good morning. Well, I'm sitting here waiting on Jeff this morning, and yeah, I didn't get to the trailer or the tanks yesterday, y'all. By the time I got done with everything else, it was just late. And then of course I was trying to get into hang out with White Rock and their live last night, and you know, just one thing led to another, and by the time I realized it was like 7 o'clock, and I'm like, oh good Lord. So as you've seen, I didn't get to the trailer, as like I said, but you know, because I had forgot that I had to do that toolbox in order to have place to put some of the stuff in the trailer to get it, to clean it. So, and also to get some tools over here, because I really don't want that, move that great big toolbox that's in there, because that thing is huge and it's heavy. So I want to leave that one in the trailer, and I needed some tools inside the shop, so I had to put that box together so I could put some of that stuff in there, and so I could have the basics over there. But anyway, we did get quite a bit done yesterday. As you've seen, the shop was really coming together and looking nice in there, so I'm happy about that. And but today I got to go over to Jeff's at Bobblehead. I'm gonna go over there and see Heavy Duty Life, Big Joe and Jeff. Hang out with them for a bit and see what all he's got to get done over there, so we can make a plan to put all that together. And then see how my day goes. Who knows? I might be able to get back over here and start working on that trailer, or at least start working on getting this cleaned up and picked up. So, you know, I got to pretty much beat it apart on those joints in order to do that. And I'm gonna see if I can't make it a little bit smaller by taking that one section out and see if that'll work. And who knows, I might be able to make that part work, at least to get some more shade on the nose of the trailer, I mean on the nose of the shop. So we'll see. Guess I don't know how it's going to come about. I'm just going to keep putting it together and keep taking it apart and putting it together until I can make something happen one way or the other. It is a really nice, beautiful day out here today. Shorty and Mary are gonna go get a couple of things at Walmart, and Mary makes, I don't know if you've ever seen Mary's awesome lasagna, but she's gonna make that today for us, or today or tomorrow anyway. Maybe we can talk her into doing a video on that for her channel over there at Mary and Miley's Adventures, so go check them out. And speaking of Shorty, look at there, that's my girl. So that's what we plan on doing today. And maybe do an adventure too.
Yep, we're doing that at the house.
Okay.
We're gonna be doing that.
Go check out Mary and Miley's Adventures, because they're gonna go do an adventure.
Probably. We don't know yet.
We don't know yet. Okay. So I guess we got the input. We got the first-hand input. So anyway, don't forget, like and subscribe. Tell all your friends, come see us over at Junktojems, and we'll see y'all soon. All right.